Hello, Duke Dogs. It is time for a science investigation. And I hope that you have gotten your baggie out of your paper bag, the plastic bag that had all the items in it, like the piece of fabric, the aluminum foil, and the cotton ball, and some other things. Go ahead and get that out. I got a little cup of water and put a pipette in it because we'll need that. And I also have our recording sheet. Now your recording sheet should be online. You should be able to write on it. But if not, you can print this out, maybe at home, or follow along with it on your computer screen. So we'll talk about that in a minute. But before we start doing our absorbent investigation, I want to remind you about when we were talking about plants. Duke Dogs, it has been so wonderful to watch while you all planted your seeds and watched the plants grow. And I want us to keep track of all these wonderful words we are learning. This word right here is plants. And let's do a quick review of what we've already learned about the parts of a plant. This whole part here is called a flower. And flowers have petals and a center. But that says petals, and that says flower. Every plant has a stem. There's stem. And plants have to have leaves to collect the sunlight to make food with photosynthesis. Photo means light and synthesis means put it all together and it makes food. So there's the word leaf. And if we have two or more, we say leaves. Now down here we have the roots. Roots. And Duke Dogs, you know what I noticed? That the roots to our plants were mostly white. They were not green like the stem, and they weren't brown like the soil. So I made the roots white. And that's not part of the plant, but it says soil, because plants have to grow in soil. Duke Dogs, one more word I want us to talk about is nutrients in the soil that the roots soak up to feed the whole plant. And it takes in water and takes it to the whole plant. And that word for taking water and nutrients out of the soil is absorb. The roots absorb the water and the nutrients that are like vitamins for the plant to make it super healthy. So this word absorb and absorbent is what we're going to learn about today with our water and our other items. All right, Duke Dogs. Since the first item on our recording sheet is the cotton ball, let's start with the cotton ball. Let's see if it will absorb water like we said the roots of the plant do. So if it absorbs water, we say that it's absorbent. That's a word on your sheet. Absorbent. If it does suck the water in, it is absorbent. If it doesn't suck the water in, it's not absorbent. It won't absorb water. Everybody say absorbent. I heard you, thanks. Okay, so we're going to get some water in our pipette. You might have something else you want to put the water on the item with. I saw something today when I was delivering bags. You might have a different thing, a little sprayer of some kind or something like that that you might want to add the water with. But let's see if our cotton ball will absorb water. But first, let's make a prediction. There's the word prediction. And if we think it will absorb water, we're going to put a check mark for yes. If we think it won't absorb water, we're going to put an X for no. Do you think the cotton ball is going to absorb water? I'm going to predict yes. So I'm going to put a check mark on my recording sheet that yes, I think the cotton ball will absorb water. And now I'm going to test and see if I'm right. Okay, you don't have to say yes. You can have your own opinion. You can make your own prediction. But I'm going to see if the cotton ball absorbs water. I'm going to drop the water on it. Ooh. Well, nothing ran out the bottom. I'm going to put some more water on it and see what happens. Whoa, 2 whole pipettes full of water and nothing is running out yet. Whoa. Duke Dogs, I think I can make a conclusion. I have tested this cotton ball to see if it's absorbent or not. And my prediction was yes. And that is a correct prediction. Let's see if I can squeeze any water out. Whoa, it absorbed the water. And I can squeeze it back out. Now it's even smaller than it was. All right, so my prediction was that yes, it would absorb water. I made a check, and it does absorb water. So I'm going to make another check. Okay, let's see what the next item is. Aluminum foil. All right, I'm going to put the aluminum foil here. Duke Dogs, do you think it is going to absorb water? Does it look absorbent? I am thinking it's not going to be very absorbent, so I'm going to put an X on the prediction rectangle. I'm predicting that it's not absorbent. If it is absorbent, it will suck in the water and the water will stay in it. If it's not absorbent, the water will just run off. Let's see what happens with the aluminum foil. Uh-oh. See what happened? Uh-oh. All the water just ran off. You think I can squeeze it and get some water out? No. You know what? Were we right? It was not absorbent. So I'm going to put X in that rectangle because it was not absorbent. Now, let's try something a little trickier. Let's try this. Do you know what this is? It's a piece of a pool noodle. I cut it up. Yes, I did. Now, how does it look? How does it feel? If we could describe it, would we say that it feels heavy? No. Would we say that it feels light? We might say that it feels smooth on this side and a little rougher on that side, but we're going to check to see if it's absorbent. I see little what looks like little holes in it. I think it might be absorbent. I'm going to put a check mark for my prediction for the piece of the pool noodle. I'm going to predict that it's absorbent. Let's see what happens with the water. Uh-oh. I'm going to put some more water on it and see what happens. Oh no. The water's running right off. I can't squeeze any water out of it. It looked like it was going to be absorbent, but it's not. It is not absorbent. My prediction was wrong, but that's okay. That's what scientists do all the time. They test their predictions. So the pool noodle piece was not absorbent. So Duke Dogs, we're going to keep doing this, okay? We're going to try all our items and see what we find out, okay? I'm going to work on mine and you work on yours, okay? Oh no. Oh dear. Oh goodness. All right, Duke Dogs, how did your recording sheet turn out? This is what mine looks like. And you know what? I was surprised. I was really pretty surprised because I knew this was a sponge, but when I put the water on it, some of the water ran off. And I was expecting the sponge to be very absorbent. So for the sponge, I put, it's not real absorbent, but it does absorb some. So that's what I put for the sponge. For the piece of fabric, it still feels a little wet, but the water ran off of it too. It made me wonder, with the sponge and with the fabric, if maybe sometimes the water has to sit on it for a minute before it will start absorbing it. For the cardboard, I had said it would not be absorbent, but you know what? You can even look at it and see where it's still wet. So some of the water came off, but some of the water absorbed into the cardboard. So I gave those three things not absorbent, but absorbent, because it's a little absorbent and it's a little not absorbent. For the two different kinds of paper towels, the bad ones we have at school and the good ones we have at home, they were both very absorbent. So they got checks. What was the most absorbent item that we tested? What was your most absorbent item? What makes something absorbent? How are the absorbent things different from the not absorbent things? Is it something we can see? I don't know. I can't squeeze water out of that, but I could squeeze water out of the cotton ball. I can squeeze water out of the sponge. I can see if I can squeeze water out of that. Water fell out of the fabric, but it didn't squeeze out of the not absorbent things. We will have to think about that. Talk about that with your family members. What do you think makes something absorbent or not absorbent? We learned a new word today, Duke Dogs. Absorb and absorbent. And we know that the roots of plants absorb water and what was that big word that's like vitamins? It sounds a little bit like nutrition, nutrients that are in the soil. So Duke Dogs, we're going to do some more fun things with water this week. See you next time.